Mortimer's reign of control in Maxton Hall Season 2 grows darker by the episode. And this time, it's not just about power, it's personal. In Episode 4, he breaks down Jaime psychologically, and by Episode 5, everything explodes. Jaime and Ruby's fragile relationship is on the line, and it's all because of him. We pick up the morning after Jaime and Ruby almost kissed. James, still carrying that hopeful tension, tries to settle into a peaceful breakfast at home, something simple, ordinary. But peace in the Bowfort house is just a fantasy. Mortimer storms in, paper in hand, his anger barely contained. He slams down a newspaper with James's speech from a recent charity gala, the very speech where James opened up about his mental health and confessed how he truly feels about Ruby. What was sincere love becomes tabloid fodder, and Mortimer makes one thing very clear. James must stay away from Ruby or face the consequences. James sits frozen, haunted by the weight of his father's words. In that moment, we see just how deeply his father's grip wounds him. It's not just control, it's emotional scar tissue. Across town, Ruby's home tells a different story: warmth, laughter, and genuine care. She receives James's message, invites him over, and what happens next is one of the purest moments in the show so far. In her room, James gathers his courage and apologizes. He admits he's hurt her, that he's pulled away, and that losing her terrifies him. When they kiss, something magical happens, but then James, in a moment of love and wisdom, pulls back. He doesn't reject her. He tries to protect what they have. He suggests keeping their relationship private for now, to let it grow safely. Ruby agrees, and there's a shared, secret joy as they join her family for lunch, side by side. Back at the Beauforts, another fracture appears. Lydia tries to make things right with Mortimer after missing a business meeting, but he offers practically nothing in return. Their public facade starts to crack. Meanwhile, at school, Elaine refuses to let go. She replays James's speech with her friends, convinced he's with Ruby, and when acceptance fails, she acts on desperation. She plans a big, supposedly innocent picnic. Everyone is invited, including Ruby. But the plan takes a sinister turn. Elaine tries to spike Ruby's drink. It's horrifying, except Cyril chugs it first, and Elaine's plan backfires in a moment. Her control unravels, her fake smiles crumble, and things spiral fast. Then Frederick shows up. His snide, arrogant comments toward Ruby cut through the air like a knife. James steps in to defend her, and in a powerful, beautiful act of rebellion, he holds her hand in front of everyone. He publicly confirms what's been obvious. They're together. What should feel victorious turns tragic. Though Cyril and Lynn get violently sick from the drink, chaos takes over, and the picnic is shut down in an ugly rush. But that disaster turns into a moment of possibility. Ruby has been invited to London by Alice Campbell, and she takes the chance. When she steps outside the meeting, James is waiting, heart in his hands. He listens as she shares the news: a full scholarship to Oxford, plus a part-time job at Mrs. Campbell's foundation. They kiss in the glow of hope, a future finally seeming within reach. They go on a quiet, beautiful date and return to the Bowfort house, believing they'll have some alone time because Mortimer is supposedly flying to New York. But fate laughs. His flight is canceled. Mortimer comes back early, and with his return, disaster looms. If the show stays true to the books like it has before, Mortimer's return means confrontation. He'll yell at Jaime in front of Ruby, call him a liar, and attack Ruby's family and status. Jaime won't have the strength to defend either of them then, and Ruby, humiliated and hurt, might walk out. The next day, guilt-stricken and shamed, Jaime will finally say it. This relationship is too hard for him to fight for. He'll admit he's not strong enough, and those words will shatter Ruby. On top of that, Ruby's Oxford scholarship, something that should be pure joy, becomes a weapon. Mortimer will twist it into a reminder that Ruby might leave, that James doesn't deserve her. He'll make James feel small, and James, terrified of losing her, will shrink. What's coming in Episode 5 is heartbreak, power plays, and a test of love's strength. And if everything I've said hits home for you, if you feel for James, for Ruby, for what they're risking, hit that like button, subscribe, and stay tuned. We've got more weekly breakdowns, theories, and emotional highs and lows on Maxton Hall. You don't want to miss how this thing shakes out.